Previously on A New Winter, but what made me more terrified than anything is that they were children. This is episode 18 of A New Winter. As I looked down upon the frozen remains of the children, all huddled on top of one another, I began doubting my own sanity again. I could feel a surge within me, fight or flight response, that rush of adrenaline, and I knew it was because I was struck dumb with fear. But I did not run. Instead, I looked around hoping to see what led me here, those sounds of children playing. I didn't think this was a supernatural calling, at least I didn't want to think that. But that someone was guiding me here, maybe, laying clues, tracks, sounds. They wanted me to find this, but who was it? And why me? I left the dreadful hole in the ground and made my way into the run-down home beside it. There was no doubt that this had been abandoned long ago, at least by anybody who cared for it. But, at the very least, it may provide me shelter for the night, I thought. I opened the door and stepped inside. Immediately I felt somewhat warmer, now out of the icy air. I surveyed my surroundings. Chairs had been knocked over, the place had been completely gutted, drawers opened. It was obvious that kids come here, but not the ones that sing and play. It wasn't completely burglarised. I could see the remnants of what was once a home. Cooking utensils, hand-painted table mats and photos. I took a closer look with what little light now remained. It was two little boys, twins. It was a black and white photo, but they looked happy, light-haired, and they seemed to be in this forest. I mean, the photo looked old, very old. The glass was smashed, but I felt like they looked familiar. The wind was starting up again. The snow must be getting worse. So I walked into another room, and I saw a bed. It was absolutely covered in stains and dirt, and I could already spot 3 used condoms, but I guess it was a bed. I tried not to think about what was outside. I tried to forget about the laughter, and I forgot about the wind and snow, those footsteps, the tracks. I thought I was only safer in here than out there, but at least here I knew I wouldn't die of the cold. I got on top of the bed and kept the door open. I was exhausted, but I had to keep my wits about me. Unfortunately, I couldn't stay awake for long. I drifted into a dream. In my dream, I saw the two twins, and they were skipping in a circle, in a clearing in the forest, holding hands and laughing. I then saw they suddenly had knives in their other hands. And as they were laughing, they were slicing and stabbing one another, with me now in the middle, both of them dancing in a pool of their own blood. And that's when I awoke. But it wasn't because of the dream. It was because the laughing had started again. And it was coming from inside the house. I looked at the doorway, half wishing something would present itself and half wishing it wouldn't. My imagination was running wild. It was still dark outside, and I thought of the dead children at the front of the house, their frozen bodies. Had they come back to life to haunt me? Were they going to suddenly appear in the doorway at any moment and just whisk me away? I daren't move. It felt like it had been going on for hours, when in reality it must have been a matter of minutes. Then I noticed on the wall was a slight shard of light. Daylight. It was the morning. And suddenly, the sounds of the children seemed less threatening. And I noticed, was it repeating? I followed the sound, creeping around this old, disgusting, horrible building. But it seemed to be coming from underneath. I walked from room to room and noticed that the lounge, the living area, where I'd entered the night before, was where it was loudest. And then I noticed something else in the corner. There was a metal ring, like a door knocker, and as I pulled it up, it revealed a trapdoor. The sounds grew louder still, so they were obviously coming from down there. I took a few steps down and I could smell something. It smelled like food. I walked further down and into a small, tiny corridor leading to a closed door, and I slowly opened it, and the sound, that laughter, was suddenly almost deafening. The children laughing and laughing and laughing, and then I walked into a bright light. I shielded my eyes and could see that I was looking at a projector, and as I turned around, I noticed what it was actually projecting. It was a film, some old footage of children, and beside it, an old reel-to-reel tape player, linking up to a speaker. And that's where the sound of the children were coming from. It was real. I wasn't insane. Someone was watching what looked like home videos of two kids. In fact, it was the two kids from the photo upstairs. And then they were playing these sounds on top of it. As I looked around, I realised it was as if it was a mini apartment down here, a home within a home. There was a camping stove and a mini fridge and a small window looking up into the forest, which is how I guess I must have heard the sounds in the first place. And disturbingly, there was a wall of pictures. Pictures of a girl. Pictures that would be etched into my brain till the day I die. There were pictures of someone unaware that they were being taken. Various states of undress, smiling, laughing, sad, working, shopping. And as I looked closely, I realised that I knew the girl. I knew who it was. It was Kate Stockwell.
If you enjoy the show, please leave a review on your podcast platform of choice. For more info, including how you can support the show, please visit anewwinter.com. Thank you for listening to A New Winter.